Hello, this is Steve Scheffler, the president of Iowa Faith and Freedom Coalition. Iowa Faith and Freedom Coalition is Iowa's largest nonpartisan, right-of-center grassroots organization in the state of Iowa. I want to welcome you today to review this easy-to-understand caucus training video that we think will be helpful in preparing you for the 2020 Iowa caucuses. First of all, let's talk about the 2020 Iowa caucus calendar. There is a caucus in Iowa every 2 years. The presidential poll is conducted every 4 years in a presidential election year. There are some important dates to remember that I would encourage you to write down on your calendar. First of all is the caucus date, which is Monday, February 3rd, 2020 at 7 p.m., and this is uniform for both political parties. The county conventions come after the caucuses. The Republicans will be held on Saturday, March 14th, the Democrats on March 21st. District conventions, both Republicans and Democrats will hold their district conventions on Saturday, April 25th. The state conventions for both political parties will be held on Saturday, June 13th, 2020. The primary election will be held the first Tuesday in June 2nd of 2020, and the general election will be held on November 3rd, 2020. As we mentioned before, the Iowa caucuses will be held on Monday, February 3rd. Caucus meetings begin at 7 p.m. statewide. Please plan to arrive early. We recommend that you arrive between 6:15 and 6:45 to get checked in promptly. The average length is about 1 hour. This time can vary depending on the size of your precinct. Now let's talk about who can participate in these caucuses. First, you must be a citizen of the United States of America. Secondly, you must be a resident of the state of Iowa. Next, you must be a resident of the precinct in which you are going to caucus. Next, you must be 18 years old by the date of the general election. Next, you must be registered to vote with the party for which you plan to caucus. If you are not registered to vote or would like to switch your party registration, you may do so on the night of the caucus. Please arrive early to take care of any registration issues prior to the beginning of the caucus. Now let's talk about where do I caucus. Caucus locations are determined by the local county political parties. Most caucuses meet at schools, convention centers, or churches. Your entire county may meet together at a central location. However, you will caucus with your individual voting precinct. Caucus sites will be posted twice in your local newspapers. A list of caucus sites will also be available at the state political party websites, the Republican Party website being www.iowagop.org. The Democrat website is www.iowademocrats.org. Your county auditor will also have a list of the caucus sites. Now let's talk about the particular process. You must check in at the registration table when you arrive. Many volunteers will be on hand there to assist you. Please bring some form of photo identification. If you are not registered to vote or need to change your registration, please arrive early. Then take a seat, and the caucus will begin promptly at 7 p.m. There are 4 distinct purposes of the precinct caucus. First, there will be a presidential poll that will be conducted. Number 2, you will elect 2 individuals per precinct to serve on the county party central committee. Number 3, you will elect delegates to the county political party convention. And last, you will submit views and issue planks that you want to see in your party platform. Now let's go back and talk about the specifics of the presidential poll. Once a chairman and secretary are chosen for the caucus, the presidential poll will begin. Individuals or campaigns may have someone speak on behalf of the candidate that they support. If no one is present to speak on the behalf of the candidate that you support, you may address the caucus. The poll will then take place using a secret ballot. Media and campaign observers are allowed to witness the counting of the ballots. Now let's talk about party positions. After the conclusion of the presidential poll, please stay at your caucus to vote on the party positions. Christian conservatives have changed the face of Iowa politics over the last 20 years. We must have a pro-family values heard at all levels of the political parties here in Iowa. Next, County Central Committee members will be elected. And then delegates and alternate delegates to your local county convention will be selected. It is important to elect Christian conservatives to all party positions. You must be elected to your county conventions to then go on to serve at the district and state conventions. If you would like to serve on any of the party positions, help bring your friends and neighbors to support you. Now let's talk about the party platform. The final agenda item for the precinct caucus is to suggest county party platform planks. It is important that you express your beliefs and views during this time. Please remember to vote your faith, your freedom, and your values. We want to thank you for participating in this caucus training. If you have any questions, please contact us at our website, which is www.ffciowa.com. And then you can also go to our Facebook site, which is www.facebook.com/Iowa-faith-freedom-coalition. This caucus training has been paid for by the Iowa Faith and Freedom Coalition. Not authorized by any candidate or candidates committee.